Welcome to Chapter 2. Now we're going to talk about what's called performing media. That is, voices and instruments. These are objects or things that can create sounds organized over time. So in other words, these are things that can create music, either a part of us as human beings or something that we play as a human being that creates beautiful sound. The first thing we're going to talk about is the voice. The voice is the thing we all know about. We all have the capacity to make music and sing. Sometimes we sing in the shower, we hum along when we're happy, we listen to the radio and sing in the car, we even sing with the artists that we go to see at live concerts. We love to sing as a human race, and the voice is the most essential musical instrument. It's the thing that connects us to each other through music. But can we all sing well? It's an important question. So many of us are amateur singers and love to sing and connect through music, but it requires much training to sing professionally. The types of voices we're going to be listening to and we're going to be describing in this particular chapter are all professional level singers. Why do they need training? Well, mostly because professional singers, through their studies and through learning about how to use their vocal cords differently, have an expanded pitch range. They know how to hear and feel musical patterns and musical intervals so that they can do amazing things with their voices that the regular amateur singer cannot. It's important to remember that as much as we like music, our connection with singing. There are 6 voice classifications we're going to learn for the purpose of this class. These are the essential voice categories for professional singing. For women, there are sopranos, mezzo-sopranos, altos, also known as contraltos. These are the highest, medium, and lowest range singers. A soprano, for instance, will have a range that goes up into the stratosphere to very high pitches, even high on a piano keyboard. It will almost sound, when they get to the highest point in their range, as though they are whistling. A mezzo-soprano is perhaps the most professional singer with the least range because she has a voice that is leveled in the middle range. What that means is that she can reach low pitches and high pitches, but not the highest available and not the lowest available. An alto or contralto sings in the lowest female range. She can sing notes that usually only men can sing, and she can sing them beautifully. Her range is limited in how high she can go. Usually she cannot even go as high as a mezzo-soprano. That being said, all of these women have a large pitch range. The same holds true for the men. The tenors, baritones, and basses are the 3 categories of voices for men. Tenor being the highest, baritone in the middle, and the bass on the lowest end. It works the same way. The tenor has the highest range in that he can sing the highest pitches. Baritone has a middle register, so he can sing everything in the middle with exceptional beauty, but does not necessarily have access to the highest and lowest notes of the male human voice. I wanted to put some extra listening in for you guys right now because it's really hard to understand these voices without listening to them a little bit. So I've added links into the boxes below so that you can see and then copy and paste into YouTube these specific examples. Feel free to go on YouTube as well and just try and discover clips for sopranos, mezzo-sopranos, altos, tenors, baritones, and basses. But these 2 are particularly lovely. Diana Damrau is a very famous opera singer, and she's singing a piece that is very well known in the opera world. It's flashy, it's high, it's exceptionally beautiful. This is an edited version, so you don't have to listen to the whole thing, but it shows off the highest moments of the piece, and you can see how she beautifully handles the highest moments. The next example is very different, but it's a great example of a bass singing. William Warfield was a famous musical singer, so not opera in this case. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you listen to too much opera this semester. Old Man River is a very famous song originally from the Broadway musical Showboat. The link is below. Feel free to copy and paste it into YouTube or click on it and activate it so that you can listen to him singing this beautiful song. It really portrays how wonderfully a bass voice can carry the lowest pitches of a pitch range and create amazing music. The example that's required for this particular chapter, listening number 4, is Water Night by Eric Whitacre. Eric Whitacre is a famous choral conductor. Feel free to look up more information about him. Water Night is one of his most famous pieces. While you're listening, I want you to think about these questions. Can you identify and separate the women's and men's voices? The pitch ranges of the voices are very wide. Can you hear the highest pitches sung by the sopranos and the lowest pitches sung by the basses? What about the middle voices? Can you differentiate between them? What does the song make you feel like? Do the voices create different tone colors that affect how you listen to the music? Vocal range is something that really can play on the emotion of the person listening. Drama is created by a wide vocal range, high pitches, in contrast with low pitches. See if you can feel this when you're listening to the music. Enjoy this example. It's not found in the book, but I felt like it was important for you to have a choral example when talking about voices. The next video moves on to the musical instruments we will be learning for the class.